Hey, today we're looking at a single play from Jordan Love's start over the Chiefs. We're going to be looking at, this is a concept I've been talking about a lot because, I don't know, I like it. And it's an old concept. It's kind of takeoff of, I kind of put in the same family as the Mills concept, but it's Portland concept. And basically what you're doing here, in cutter from one side, post or deep over from the other, and then in this case you have kind of a go out from Adams on the outside. So what you're trying to do and what's going to happen, and we'll see this here in a second, this kind of looks like too high. So you're going to have this guy dropping here, this guy dropping here, although where he's lined up off the line, he's kind of turning and running. And so the general idea is you're trying to get this guy here biting on that, this guy here with outside leverage against this over. And so you're pulling this safety up here, creating a pocket over here, deeper down the field, but we can't see that deep just yet. And then with this guy with outside leverage, you take a shot to the overman. That's the general idea. So we're going to kind of take a look at how this ended. It ends with a scramble. This is 1st and 10 with about 11 and a half minutes left in the third quarter. And we're going to look at, kind of talk about how this is supposed to look generally, or how we've seen this look in the past. So you can see how this is breaking down right now, and you can kind of see the movement, how this is gonna go over, and you can already see this guy here, outside technique, and then you can see this guy here. He's got eyes here, and so when this in cutter here, and we'll see this in cutter here, this guy's gonna drop down, which means you've got your window. You've got your window right there. So I think we're gonna really look at this from the other angle here. But you can see, okay, Love's at the top of his drop, and the pressure's coming through. All right, he's scrambling. All right, this looks like, it looks like it's breaking down because the pocket's breaking down because the pressure in the face all night. And that's true to a certain extent. You can see right there. Oh, man, it breaks your heart, man. Look, MVS, wide open. He's got all that room. It works exactly as expected. Protection breaks down. It doesn't quite work. So that's one way to look at it. Now, here's what we're going to kind of do. So I'll back this up for a second. So generally what happens is, when this is Rodgers, and granted, I'm judging this based on Rodgers, who's a Hall of Fame quarterback and has been doing this a long time, you look at Adams pre-snap. Look at usually what you do with the read. That's your kind of alert. That's if you like what you see, and Adams is your number one receiver, and so a lot of times you go to the alert. A little more often maybe with Adams, just because the way he can win at the line and Rodgers' familiarity with him and all that stuff. Look at Adams pre-snap. But this, again, this is the main concept. That's the main concept there, but you're looking at Adams pre-snap. So what Rodgers will normally do, look at Adams pre-snap. He'll drop back, take a quick peek over here. So he's looking here. That's like, I'm going to say it's read 1, but it's really like read 0 because you're only throwing this if conditions are perfect. So as soon as the snap hits, you look at Adams. What's the coverage? Do I like that? In this case, and we'll roll this here in a second, in this case, what happens is Adams gets the outside and he plays over the top. Okay, so that's quick peek, like as you're dropping back, like legit the first thing you're looking at, you're looking over here. What's the coverage over here? Do I like it? Bang, that's it, you're done. Do I like it? Yes, then throw it. If I don't, I do not look at that again. So then you move over here. Okay, you look down the middle of the field. What are these guys doing? Well, what these guys are doing, bang, bang, which means what should happen? So you look down the middle of the field. What should happen? Bang, 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 and bang. So then you've got your read. You know what you're looking at here. And so you look down the middle of the field, you don't give anything away, but you know now I'm throwing this over because I've got this here. As it develops, at the top of your drop, is this guy breaking down? That's how the timing works out. This guy is breaking down, so throw that. Now, from the looks of it here, okay, protection is breaking down, which I get. Totally get that, and that certainly is a part of it. We're going to look at this from the other angle, and we're going to kind of see. So he ends up scrambling. Again, MVS is open, but he scrambles. He couldn't get to it. That stinks. But we're going to take a look at this from the other angle here and kind of see what his head does. Now, again, first read, half read. You're looking at, and you can see him. Okay, he looks at Adams there. As he's looking, as he drops off, a peek to Adams. Nothing. He doesn't look over at Adams, so that should be your first initial read, or even as soon as he gets out of here. Don't look down the middle, peek to Adams. Do I like the coverage on Adams? I don't look at the coverage on Adams. That's read 0. Then you look down the middle. What he does first is look down the middle of the field, which I don't hate. That's generally how a lot of guys will start. You look in the middle of the field, you set your bearings, but when Adams is your read 0, you're looking at Adams first. Hits the top of his drop. Now he's looking at Adams. He should not be looking at Adams here. You're looking down the middle of the field. You're seeing what happens. And when he looks at that, he looks over at Adams. He sees the rush kind of breaking down here. Now you can kind of see you've got a lovely little pocket here. Now, this rush is coming off the edge, but you've got room to kind of step up. And if you've looked at Adams first, and you say, okay, I've ruled that out. I don't like that. The back shoulder hasn't been working. I'm not throwing the back shoulder. Then you're looking down the middle. Okay, I've got this guy carrying up MVS. I've got this guy looking at Cobb, which means I've got inside leverage on MVS up over the top. You can step in, bang, 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 and throw. That's really ugly, but that's what you're doing. But he's looking at Adams. He sees the rush. He gets spooked. He runs. Now, again, this is not an indictment of Jordan Love, just something I saw, but this is something that comes with a little more experience. You know where your reads are. You know what you like with Adams. You're looking at him first. Then you're letting the concept develop. And so, again, it's not perfect protection, but it seemed like it was good enough here. So that's my take on this play.